Howdy, y'all. Welcome or welcome back to Pluto Fairy Tarot. I'm Jay, and I'm getting a pull to read with no specific download. A specific deck, though. Let me grab the box. Messages from your animal spirit guides, oracle cards. This deck wants to come out for this reading. I don't know what it wants to say. We're going to figure that out together. This will be whatever spirit wants you to know for whoever's going to be for, and it will be timeless in general as always. So take what resonates when and how it resonates, and leave what doesn't. What is going on, Spirit? Camel. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenge before you. You're so much more capable than you realize. Yeah, Walrus. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. Your team is communicating to you, but maybe not as quickly as you'd like them to. I'm laughing because that's a problem I often have. Patience is not a natural strength of mine, it's a natural weakness of mine. And I often want things to go significantly faster than they organically do in quote unquote the 3D. Things have to take time here, or they don't happen right. And sometimes we really don't like that. But stay vigilant. They're going to communicate. Sometimes the hardest part is the waiting between the messages. Oof. Trust me, I know. But just keep it trucking. I just heard you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Okay, I should probably take those out actually. Okay. What else wants to come out? Elk. Stand tall and maintain your dignity. Excuse me. Someone's trying to shut me up. Bear with me. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. Okay. And if they don't, that's also a good filter, right? Like, should I just heard, should I value this person's opinion? I was gonna say, should I, be connected to this person? Should I try and seek a relationship of whatever kind? Right? Not even talking about romantic, just anything, a basic platonic relationship, a working relationship. Like, if this person doesn't respect me, should I really be trying to connect to them, right? That can be a filter. So don't always take, or do your best not to take that rejection of them disrespecting you too personally and taking it too much to heart. Like, sometimes you're you're so much better off seeing who they are before you got in a relationship, right? Yeah, give them the opportunity to show who they are by showing who you are. And we don't always want to show everything. There is like pragmatic privacy, but this is just basic authenticity, basic self-expression. If others want to treat you horribly for that, that tells you a lot about who they are. And if people respect that about you, that tells you a lot about who they are as well. So it's not just about weeding out the bad ones, it's about weeding out the good, or weeding in, I should say, right? The good ones, finding who we actually do want connection with. Excuse me, due to birth confirmation. Octopus. Practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. Yeah, so not everyone, but a lot of people this reading is for. You have certain cycles, like anxious cycles within you, patterns that you already know they're not really you, but you don't know how to find the real you, the confident you, and you have to experiment. You've similar to this with authenticity. In certain ways, you haven't been able to be authentic, and I'm seeing someone just doing this in the mirror, right? Like just speaking without raising their voice or lowering their voice or trying to alter anything, just letting it naturally flow. And making facial expressions, like maybe you're kind of locked up, right? Maybe your body language is kind of restricted because we got made fun of, right? When we were younger, we were bullied in some way for it and shamed. And if that's an issue you're dealing with, that's something that requires healing, and that is a way to do so. Yeah, and I'm seeing someone like just making small talk with a stranger. It's like they don't know you. It doesn't come across as weird to them. They're not used to the anxious you and perceiving the nonchalant you as like a change. So it can be much easier to break out of certain cycles like anxious behavior patterns like that, through that kind of like quote unquote exposure therapy, right? I'm seeing someone just like go to a coffee shop and just exchanging basic words with the person behind the counter, just like making your order, saying have a good day. That can even be a lot for some people, and if that's a lot for you, that's okay. That's where you start. Okay, so start where you start, but you're going to feel weird at first is the main thing. That's the practicing shape shifting, right? By altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. As you're beginning to express yourself, you're wearing the accessories, you're styling your hair, you're wearing the clothes, whatever that you like, and you are letting your natural personality shine through. It feels fake at first because you're so used to the actual fake mask you wore to protect yourself from abuse. My ears ringing. Dog, your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. You don't got to worry about what everyone else wants from and for you. Okay, worry about what you want to do and what your spirit team is telling you, right? And set the intention that you only work with like benevolent, truthful energies. If you just set that intention, energies that want to deceive you can't reach you. So if you're like paranoid or something about an energy pretending to be part of your spirit team to mislead you, if you set your intention, they can't, right? That can't occur. Our intention is very powerful. People do not like, they'll say it. They're like, "Oh, intention is so powerful," and even those people, most of them don't understand just how powerful it is. Which is not to put them down or like, oh, there's some they're stupid or something. It's like it's even more fantastical than they realize. Humans are even more powerful than they think, and they have a better idea than the vast majority of people how powerful we are, right? Yeah, your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. Get clear on your intention, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goal. Yeah, don't wait on something. If you have the opportunity, take it. And if you fail, okay, learn from it. Don't, get back up and dust yourself off. I'm seeing someone trying to skate, probably because the Olympics are going on, right? Trying to ice skate. And they fall, and, it's a bump. It's a little bit sore, but they get up and they're like, they're laughing. And they just start going again. They channel that, they transmute that initial tinge of embarrassment they might have felt into drive. I'm hearing that song. It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Or I stay hungry, or however it is. But this is like we as in the collective of this reading. That's the energy we need to be channeling. Right? Eat that energy and transmute it within you. I'm seeing like a furnace in our bellies. And we can put anything in there and burn it as fuel. So when you got all this heavy, dense, quote unquote negative energy, take it, roll it up in a ball like a little piece of charcoal, open the open the furnace, toss it in, and close it. Right? Let it heat it, let it build the spiritual fire and fuel you rather than drain you. You're a lot tougher than you think you are with the Wolverine. I just heard Honey Badger don't care. They really don't. They really do not. I'm also seeing, is it a mongoose in my mind's eye? Those like little rodents. I think they're related to Wolverines actually, and badgers and stuff. If they get bit by a snake with venom, the ones that are evolved to hunt, they might get high for a minute, but it doesn't kill them and it passes quickly, and then they're like apex predators for snakes because the snake's venom is ineffective on them. So there's like certain, I'm not getting the specific story, but certain spiritual um, concepts of like taking in venom and transmuting it. Laughter is a very powerful way to do that, to transmute that energy. Tiger, you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. And this may, for some, it will look like literally being a manager or a leader in some kind of situation, or a parent in a family. I'm seeing, right? There's many forms that leadership can take, but it also takes the form of being a trailblazer, of not other people necessarily being underneath you, not in a negative way, but just, within a command structure, right? You want the person who knows what's going on to direct the people who don't have that planning ability, just simply pragmatically, right? You have a team leader for a reason. It's not that this is talking about primarily. It's people see the path you blaze and they realize they can walk that path too, or they can blaze their own path. You are a trailblazer who inspires other oh my goodness, I'm getting like a chill. It's weird how it's lingering in my body instead of just going through real quick. You are a trailblazer who inspires other trailblazers, okay? Oh my goodness. You are so fucking inspirational, I'm hearing. Wow. Snow leopard. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Double entendre. Solitude from Skyrim. That could just be a message to play games generally. My ears ringing. Maybe Skyrim specifically. Maybe another Elder Scrolls game. I wonder if Elder Scrolls 6 is ever going to come out. Anyways, that's besides the point. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's confirmation for someone. But also this, again, what I was saying about with the dog, about not worrying about what others want from and for you. Getting in your own energy, disconnecting from other energies, cord cutting, right? Not blocking them out, though. Some energies, yeah, block them out of your life. They're not good. As I said, with the weeding out the bad people with the elk card. But just sometimes you need this isolation where no one else's energy is interfering with yours, so that you can receive clear messages. My right ear is ringing. Very high pitched. Much higher pitch than usual. Or frequency, I guess. Honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Only when it flows naturally, though. Okay? Don't ever force forgiveness. But there's, for some of you, places where forgiveness is trying to flow and you might be resisting it. If it is not, when forgiveness is appropriate, it happens naturally through the healing process. If you try and force it to trigger the healing process, you will not do so. I know they say that, they're wrong. That is spiritual warfare. That whole belief has been implanted in the collective to hurt people. Forgiveness should only follow naturally through the process of healing. But primarily, everyone here needs to forgive ourselves. Have compassion for ourselves. Give ourselves grace, right? I know what I did then was not right because of the knowledge I have now, but I didn't know then. So how could I hold myself to that standard? Like that kind of energy. Emu. This is a good time to go on a new adventure. I also just heard emo. That could be a very specific message for someone. I'm seeing the emu with like the black hair and the bangs. Like an emo emu. That could be a message for someone, emo emu. Yeah, this is a good time to go on a new adventure. Be open to new experiences, to heed that call. Heed the call of your soul, babe. That's what I'm hearing, and that is the reading. So Whew, I hope that reading resonated and was helpful for you. If it did resonate and it was helpful, you can let me know by liking the video, commenting anything you want, and subscribing to the channel if you'd like to see more readings from me in the future. All right, good luck and goodbye.